What if I told you a group of ordinary-looking churchgoers were secretly part of a deadly cult that murdered 11 innocent people in cold blood, all in the name of God? This isn't fiction. This is the true story of South Africa's most terrifying cult murder case, the Krugersdorp killings. And the woman at the center of it all claimed to be a 42nd generation witch turned prophet. She claimed to be a prophet. They believed she was chosen by God. But what they didn't know was that they were being led by a cold, calculating mastermind. Between 2012 and 2016, a religious cult in Krugersdorp, South Africa, committed 11 gruesome murders, ritualistic, targeted, and terrifyingly planned. This wasn't just a story of faith gone wrong. It was greed, control, and murder in the name of God. This is the true story of Deadliest, the cult that shocked a nation. It began with a woman named Cecilia Stein. To outsiders, she was just a soft-spoken woman living in Krugersdorp. But to her followers, she was much more. She claimed to be a reformed 42nd generation witch who had escaped a satanic cult. She said she had spiritual gifts, dreams, visions, even healing powers. People believed her, especially members of a small Christian group called Overcomers Through Christ. But over time, it became clear Cecilia didn't want to overcome evil. She wanted to control it. Her close circle of followers eventually broke away and formed a new secretive group, Electus per Deus, Latin for chosen by God. The first killings were about revenge. Cecilia believed former Overcomers members betrayed her, so she targeted them. Victims included Pastor Reginald Beneke, who was murdered in what looked like a robbery, and Michaela Valentine, wife of cult member Zach Valentine, found dead under suspicious circumstances. As police struggled to find leads, Cecilia and her followers felt invincible. But they didn't stop there. They began targeting people at random, posing as clients, setting up appointments, and then brutally murdering them. Their goal? Life insurance. They took out fraudulent policies on victims before killing them. The group evolved into an organized crime syndicate, all under Cecilia's command. Cecilia didn't act alone. Her inner circle included Marinda Stein, a schoolteacher and loyal follower, also the mother of 2 cult members. LaRue Stein, her teenage son, who would later testify. Marcel Stein, her daughter, only 14 when the murders began. Zach Valentine, who faked his own death to collect insurance. John Barnard, the logistics man. They used code names, encrypted messages, and rituals. They believed they were carrying out divine justice. But their justice was anything but holy. The case finally cracked when 2 members, John Barnard and LaRue Stein, turned state witnesses. They detailed the entire operation, from planning and stalking victims to Cecilia's control tactics, to how life insurance was faked. Investigators connected all 11 murders, and by 2018, arrests began. The courtroom was stunned. How could ordinary people commit such evil? But what shocked everyone most was how young some of the killers were, and how manipulated they had been. The trials were long, emotional, and painful for the families involved. Cecilia Stein, the ringleader, received 13 life sentences and convictions on 32 charges, including murder, fraud, and racketeering. Marinda Stein was sentenced to 11 life terms and over 115 years. Marcel Stein, only 14 when it all began, was given 7 life terms. Zach Valentine received 8 life terms. John Barnard, who turned witness, was sentenced to 20 years. LaRue Stein received 35 years, part suspended due to his cooperation. For some, it was justice. For others, no sentence could undo the horrors. Experts have since tried to explain how such a group could operate in plain sight. The answer lies in manipulation, control, and a hunger for belonging. Cecilia used religion as a weapon. She convinced her followers they were fighting Satan himself, but in reality she was orchestrating murder for money. This wasn't about faith, it was about power.